everybody, this is Jen from Cookies, Cupcakes, and Cardio.com. Today I'm going to be showing you this absolutely crazy rainbow drip cake with candy canes covered all over the top. It's Christmassy, but not too Christmassy, so it's perfect for like any kind of party that you want to theme it for. I managed to find bazillions of rainbow candy canes. So before we get started on the tutorial, I'd like to invite you to subscribe to our newsletter. We're going to be sending it out regularly, and the link to it is in the description box below. Once you sign up, make sure that you confirm the email or I can't send you anything. So let's get started on this totally crazy rainbow candy cane cake. To make the cake, we're going to be using a rainbow of colored vanilla cake batter, and we're also going to be using a rainbow of colored royal icings. And what we have that's not colored is just regular vanilla buttercream. We're going to use that to cover the cake entirely. Now, a link to all three of those recipes will be in the description box below for you. We're also going to be using a whole bunch of candy. We're going to be using a little bit of clear and light blue rock candy. And then I have candy sticks, curly candy sticks, jumbo rainbow candy canes, mini rainbow candy canes, and every single color of candy cane I could possibly find. I went to pretty much every store that we have in my town, and I had the most success at the dollar store and at Bulk Barn, so I hope you guys can find some cool colored candy canes like I did. So we're going to start out with the cake batter here. I've got all of my colored ones in front, and I have a greased 8-inch pan. You're going to need to use two 8-inch pans for this recipe. You could even use 9-inch ones. You'll just have your cake will be a little less high than it would be with these 8-inch. You could even do it in like a rectangle pan. You can pretty much do this kind of a technique in any type of pan. Just remember that if you're using these round pans that you do it this twice, what I'm doing. So as you can see, I'm just kind of like scribbling my cake batter into my pan, and you can use any kind of design or any kind of order that you want to. It's totally up to you as long as you do two different pans. So really I'm putting about a quarter of the batter in each round here because I want to have lots of different layers. Now, once I've got all of my cake batter into my pan, I'm going to bake them in a preheated oven at 350 degrees. And because it's kind of like a lot of batter, it's going to take around 35 to maybe even 45 minutes. It's going to depend. And when you think it's finished, what you do is you just pull it out and make sure you put a toothpick into the center. Make sure that toothpick comes out clean, and then you can pull them out and they'll be ready for you to go on to the next stage, which is we're going to cover it in buttercream. Once our cakes have been baked and they're cooled completely, we can put on our buttercream. So I'm just going to put some in between my layers here, and I've just used a serrated knife in order to level off the dome that usually happens when baking. So I'm just using this buttercream here, and again in the middle you can put as much as you want or as little as filling in here that you would like to. It's up to you. And then I'm just going to put my other half on top like that. And now I'm going to cover the entire cake in buttercream, and then I'll be back to show you the next step. Now I have my cake covered in my buttercream, and I have all of my royal icings out here. Now they're very runny, so there's a couple of things that I do before, and I just kind of like work the bag just to massage it because like the water separates from the mixture. I'm not sure why, but I'm sure some of you might know. And so all I'm going to do ahead of time is just kind of like massage it and then give it a little squirt in this little bowl here. And then I'm just going to go on the cake totally randomly and kind of just do all these sorts of little things here, and then just repeat with all of my colors. So you can see how it's just kind of gathered there. So I'm just going to massage that extra little color there and then give it a little squirt into my bowl just to get rid of it, and then just back to the cake, and eventually it's going to fill up and it's going to go over the sides, and we just want to do it kind of gradually. Because you'll find with the royal icing, unlike ganache, once it kind of finds a way to get over the edge of the cake, it wants to be off of the cake and it will just flow and flow and flow. So you only want to put a little bit over the edge, but it's not a huge deal if you get it running off. You just might have a big cleanup. I had it last night, roll all the way off the edge of the cake and all the way onto the table and the counter, so it totally happens. So I'm just going to repeat what you see me doing here with all of the colors, and once I've got it all covered in the royal icing and it's flowing over the side, I'll show you the next step. So I have my royal icing covering the cake now, and I've got all of my candy canes out too. So I'm just gonna start with putting some of this rock candy around the edge. It's just going to give like a little shimmer to the cake, kind of when we've got it on display. It's like this, it's kind of like ice-like almost, kind of wintry. So I'm gonna go like that all the way around the outside. And then I'm going to start in the middle with my larger candy canes. These are the jumbo ones. They're actually Minion ones. If you're looking for them, they're Minion candy canes. So I'm just pressing that into the middle. I'm going to keep my taller ones up here towards the middle. And then I'm going to work my way with the shorter ones, kind of just out to the outside here. And I'm just going to put them totally random. I've got like my candy sticks here too. And I'm going to put in these curly ones, or are those ones? Whoopsies. I'm going to put in these curly ones here too. So I'm going to make the cake covered with as many candy canes as I can possibly get on this cake. So there you go, everybody. I have finished off the top of the cake, and I can't even count how many candy canes are on the top. There's just so many of them. And I also had a second one ready to slice into so you guys could see the crazy surprise inside this cake, which turned out really cool. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial today, and if you're going to use it for a party or something, make sure you take a picture and send it to me on any of our social media sites. You can also email me and find me at our blog. And remember, make sure you subscribe to our new newsletter that's going to be going out soon, because I'd love to have you along with me on that as well. So thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys all again next time.